Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the September 8th, 2025 Livingston County Board of Commissioners meeting. I am starting by calling the meeting to order, and we're going to start with a moment of prayer. If you'd remove your hats and bow your heads. O Lord, be thou present, God of wisdom, and direct the deliberations of this honorable assembly of commissioners. Enable us to settle matters on the best and surest foundation. May truth, liberty, and justice flourish and prevail here in all Livingston County and our United States. Amen.
Amen.
May I have a roll call?
Mayor Gross.
Here.
Here.
Here. Here. Here.
Commissioner Biani,
Here.
Commissioner Drick,
Here.
a quorum is present.
Thank you. May I have a motion as to item number 4 to approve our agenda?
I move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Fiani, second by Commissioner Sample to approve the agenda. Any discussion? Seeing none, voice vote. All those in favor kindly say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I'm hearing 8 with 1 absent. We have an agenda. Item number 5 is call to the public. It's a 3-minute call now, and at the end, we'll have a 2-minute. Have any cards?
I have one card from Steve Williams, Marion Township.
Mr. Williams, come on up, have a seat when you're comfortable. Speak into the microphone so we can record. And your time will start when you're ready.
One of the people that commented on an earlier presentation wanted to make sure you guys could read the sign. So there it is. The other side says child abuse is not a civil matter. Have I mentioned that I've been paying property taxes for 35 years in this county? I thought I might have. And from what I remember as a commissioner, public safety, meaning the courts and the sheriff's department, is more than 50% of the budget. So that means 50% of my tax dollars for 35 years have been going to pay for the courts and the police. Now, I have a judge, it's not even my case, but I have a judge who's assigned me to my stepson, a legal guardian ad litem, like the documentation I presented to you has in there. And there is no limit to how much she can charge. Nobody in their right mind would ever sign a contract, and this is forced upon my wife and the other party by this judge. And if you look at what that guardian ad litem is doing, it's the judge's job. Investigations, recommendations, it's the judge's job. So I'm paying an attorney, I'm paying another attorney, and I'm paying a judge. And oh, by the way, you probably saw in the documentation that when I tried to talk to this guardian ad litem about her many errors, she told me that I'm not a party in the case. And so she doesn't have to listen to me. And then in her motion, she complained to the judge about me trying to talk to her, and she blocked my email address. And then she blocked my wife's email address and said, oh, well, we want you to pay your attorney to talk to this other attorney. There's no direct communications. And she's supposed to be representing the child. Remember the child, we still don't know what his other home of record is because his father, for the 5th time in 6 years, has moved. Actually, he's moved 6 times, and he said 6 addresses, moved 5 times, refuses to provide the address until he's forced to. And so my wife has a job. She works very hard. She's a farmer, and she has an income, and she provides the income. We file our taxes. The FOC has had all of them on time, and she petitioned the court to have relief from the guardian ad litem fees. The judge refused it, which is in the email that I sent out this morning. Her signature and written in hand is because the plaintiff or the defendant did not include all her income. The other income my wife has is mine, the guy who is not allowed to talk to the guardian, who gets yelled at by the judge because my stepson calls me Big Dad, And she asked me if I've ever been court-martialed because she doesn't like my answers on the stand. And yet she wants my income included, including my disability income, to see if my wife is eligible for relief from these exorbitant fees. Okay, so don't tell me that I can't come before this board and raise my issues.
Thank you. Any other cards for the room?
No, I haven't. I have no other.
Thank you. Krista, is there anybody with their hand up on Zoom that you can detect?
No, Commissioner, there's not.
Okay, with those two as finished, we are finished with call to the public, and I'll close that part of the agenda. We're on to item number 6. It's entitled Resolutions for Consideration. 6.1 is number 2025-09-122. It's a resolution to streamline the insurance claim process for totaled lease vehicles in the carpool, brought to us and authored by Director Kellogg.
So moved. Deaton.
Support. Moved by Deaton and support by Gross to recommend, to pass. It's time for discussion or analysis or questions. Greg, how many days do you think you'll be able to cut off the process if we do this? I saw from your chart that right now it's about 37 days from when we have our first resolution at a lower committee to the date the chair can sign the title.
Commissioner.
Can you chop more off than that?
Yes, so let me just think through it real quick. It was
It was in your memorandum that I'm getting those numbers.
Yes, and that's what I'm looking at right now. It's so ingrained that I have to think about what it would be like. So we would get the determination from MMRMA. We would initiate the bill of sale. I think the main delay would be the mailing of the title from Enterprise to the county or to Carpool. I would estimate that the whole process would take less than 2 weeks. So going from the nearly 2 months to 2 weeks to turn the vehicle over if I didn't have to come back every time.
Okay, so less than 2 weeks.
Yes.
Any questions for Director Kellogg? I have to make a comment. I'm in favor of a lower committee with 4 commissioners, 4 brains, 4 sets of eyeballs to look over paperwork. And I'm in favor of the board also having a chance to look at paperwork, consider the taxpayers, do other things that run through their brains. I'm not convinced that the current 37-day model from September 2 to October 8 is so egregiously long that the salvage buyer would be harmed. I just think we're in government. There's certain things that we have to read and look at and double check. And so I'm leaning toward not shortening anything, but I'm just 1 of 9.
Could I comment?
Sure, go ahead.
I would just say that, technically MMRMA gives us we're supposed to have this turned over within 10 days. So again, as I mentioned in committee, they've never come back and said, hey, what's taking so long? They've never said, hey, this is violating something.
Okay,
But technically that is, I believe the what we're supposed to adhere to is having the vehicle turned over within 10 days of them deeming it a total loss.
We're supposed to be giving it to the salvage buyer in 10 days? Is
I
that the
think,
note?
and I'm sorry if I could bug Natalie, is that what she told me?
Per MMRMA that, the salvage bid is good for 10 days.
Okay, if the bid is good for 10 days, then they supposedly would have to rebid the salvage auction.
Help me out a little bit. In your memo, I'm not seeing where the salvage guy comes in except at the very end to take possession.
Right, so once, the August 12th, MMRMA deems the vehicle a total loss.
Right.
Within a matter of days, they've had this salvage auction.
Oh, but that's it. It's up there at the top.
Yeah, again, I'm sure it's a pre-selected, group of bidders. They put the bid out, they get prices back.
Okay.
So. And Mr. Chair, I would just state one more time, there's really little to no risk because at this point, MMRMA has already committed to reimbursing the actual cash value. So I'll just leave you with that.
Any questions or comment? Commissioner Nakagiri.
Yeah, this is a thought that crossed my mind. If there's unease with the resolution, maybe we could try it and have it reviewed, this authority on some regular basis. The review that just came to my mind is maybe every year at the budget process that we, reaffirm that this is what we wanted, if we go ahead and do this, we need to reconfirm it every year. Anyway, just wanted to share that thought with commissioners.
Any other ideas about this or the yearly review or any other? Commissioner Domas.
The first whereas says that over the past 5 years, an average of 3 county vehicles per year have been deemed total losses following major crashes and so forth. Is that comparable to the national average? I mean, tell me.
That I don't know, and I need to answer Commissioner Nakagiri's question from committee. You wanted to know, is our rate of total losses comparable with other counties? I don't like coming back empty-handed, and Commissioner, I cannot answer that, and I can't answer Commissioner Nakagiri's question because MMRMA does not track. We did reach out. They do not track specific, total losses specifically. They only track losses. They were able to give me a comparison of total claims compared to other counties, but there was no supporting documentation. Like, for example, this county has a sheriff's road patrol and this county runs a transit system. Most counties don't run transit systems. And when I'm just using Lutz as an example, because I happen to direct that department as well, when we put over 1 million miles on our buses every year, that's obviously going to make us a little bit more likely to have claims. We have a very good safety record. I'm proud of our safety record, but that's just, there are more vehicles, more miles driven. We're going to have a higher claim rate. So that was reported back to us is that yes, Livingston has a slightly higher claim rate than other counties, but I wasn't even given what counties that they are. So I just, it's not enough to really make, to make much out of that information. And then as far as the total losses, whether nationwide or statewide, I could not gather that information.
Are these accidents, like
They're I mean, I'm just frankly, they're mostly sheriff's pursuits.
sheriffs?
Yes. And they're mostly not, I mean, I don't want to get too specific, but they're usually not the deputy's fault. Just ticking through in my head, the ones that we've had this year, they're usually either in pursuit of a suspect or they're on the side of the road and they get slammed by a motorist, a drunk motorist or something like that. The total loss claims are, yeah, they're typically in a pursuit environment or just being on the side of the road at the wrong place at the wrong time. So, that's
Okay.
the answer to
No,
that.
Do you have a difficulty with putting it in your annual budget report?
No, I was.
Would that be
fair.
okay?
Yeah, sure.
Seeing no other hands up, we'll do voice vote. All those in favor kindly say aye. Any opposed? It passes. Just remember to do it in the budget.
I will. Thank you, Commissioners.
you.
I appreciate it.
Good job.
We're on to 6.2. It's numbered 2025-09-123. It's a resolution to retain the non-union employees, elected officials, commissioners, and judges' benefit plans for the 2026 fiscal year, brought to us by Human Resources.
So move Sample. Support Deaton.
I've heard a motion by Commissioner Sample with support by Commissioner Deaton. We now open this up for discussion or questions. Jennifer's probably on Zoom still.
I am.
Terrific.
Good evening, commissioners, and thank you for putting it on this agenda. There's, time considerations considering the open enrollment that's coming up. This involves retirees and also our county employees. And it's a resolution to approve our annual benefits. We worked with our consultant for the 2026 plan year, mind you. We worked with our consultant, Ann, and they're recommending some approaches that will save some significant money. And we're excited to recommend those. The first would be using a new prescription provider. So carving out those benefits from Blue Cross, using a company called RX Benefits, using that our same Optum RX formulary that is expected to save around $1 million in cost savings due to RX Benefits' ability to negotiate lower rates, and they're taking less of our rebates than Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan has. The second recommendation, because we're moving the RX, carving those out, Blue Cross will no longer insure our stop loss. And so we, and took that out for marketing as well. We'll be using Symetra, raising the deductible from $250,000 to $300,000. That will save $190,000 a year. And the third change is again a recommendation from Ann. They had benchmarked our benefits related to ER, so emergency room visits. Our copay is low. It's $100 and low in comparison to our benchmark, recommending raising that to $150 per visit. And the idea is to push utilization when possible away from going to an ER to an urgent care, which are less costly under the county benefit plan. The savings there is around $14,000 a year. And lastly, part of this recommendation is to recommend once again to opt out of the requirements under PA 152. And as a reminder, that's the law that sets the maximum expenditures for public employers. We have historically opted out, and that is at the advice of counsel, because we are self-insured. The way that claims roll in, they come in, we don't know year-end claims sometimes until March. And so the idea is we opt out, but we benchmark against those caps. And those benchmarks are in your packet. You'll see for the first time since PA 152 has been in effect, we have exceeded the hard cap. Again, because we opt out, there is no legal violation because we've opted out from selecting one or the other caps. So we were 1.1% over the cap, $89,000. We do expect that these changes that we're recommending that I discussed earlier, that those will bring us well under the caps next year and going forward. So I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Commissioner Nakiri.
Yeah, regarding the stop loss, we're going from 250,000 to up to 300,000 and the savings of 190. Is that,
Yes.
I guess I'm certainly happy with the savings. Was analysis done or we just decided to go higher deductible?
No, each year, Ann does an analysis on our behalf based on the prior year claims and also a look back of claims. And Cindy may be able to help me. I think it was 4 claims would be the break even point. And we are typically well under, and those are 4 claims would have to be above that $300,000 deductible. And we never have gone over 4 claims. I think we're typically at 1 or 2 claims that are that high per year. So that's, we're expected. So yes, there's an analysis done based on our actual data, as well as the RFP bid stop loss insurance expenses.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions or comment? Jennifer, how many people are in the pool of the non-union employees, elected officials, commissioners, and judges that's in the title of the resolution? How many do you think? 100?
Oh, Commissioner, it is under 600 employees and retirees, but over 1,000 covered lives, meaning, our employees have spouses and or dependents. So that increases that number.
And so in your last whereas clause, you talk about the 7 collective bargaining agreements. Would the PA 152 bind those, or would they be separate?
Well, our recommendation is to opt out of the PA 152 requirements, but to continue to measure against those as guidelines, as we do each year. And we provide that to the Board of Commissioners each year as well. That is that's a total employee cost. So it includes non-union and bargaining unit.
If we went with the PA 152 numbers, would we save money over what we're now spending?
It would depend on the year. Most years historically, no, we would have, most years we're well below the caps. So I think we would end up, if you went at the capped amount, we would be spending, employer would be spending more potentially.
That's the employee, I hear. But what about the Board of Commissioners? When we're paying the bills, are we saving money if we go with the PA 152? Or are we saving money with, I guess, being self-insured?
So
Or what you're offering?
Sure. So we would not, we are self-insured, and that's the best plan for an employer our size. That's the best savings. The alternative would be to buying insurance on the market. And we have looked at that, and that costs the employer more money. It's more costly to be fully insured.
So it's your idea and position that we're saving more money by ignoring PA 152 and doing it the way we're doing it?
Yes,
I
yes,
get it.
because we're self-insured, we save much more money.
Got it. And was that the reason you put the chart in?
Yes, and we include that each year. What we want to show is how we benchmark against those. And again, every other year except this, we have come below the hard cap amounts. If we had been enforcing it, you would see we're below. This year, we're over by $89,000. And that's being, again, provided as illustration. But we expect that those savings that come from the recommendations that we're making will bring us well below. If we're $89,000 over, should we save $1.2 million from adopting the changes that we're recommending, we would be well below that cap.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments or analysis? In that case, we'll close discussion and we'll go to a voice vote for item 6.2. All those in favor of the resolution kindly say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's 8 with 1 absent, so that's passed. We're on to 6.3. It's numbered 2025-08-124. It's a resolution authorizing acceptance of a reimbursement grant from MDHHS/United States Department of Transportation Highway Safety for pediatric restraint devices brought to us by Emergency Medical Services. Can I get a motion?
So moved, Eaton.
Thank you. Is there a second to Commissioner Deaton's motion? And there's a second by Commissioner Gross. Thank you.
Excuse me, Chair.
Go ahead.
There was a typo in the number of the resolution. It should be 2025-09-124.
I hear. It's so amended. Thank you. Any need for questions or analysis or comment? Any discussion needed? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Gross,
Yes.
Commissioner Panovich,
Yes.
Commissioner Piani,
Yes.
Commissioner Deaton,
Yes.
Commissioner Nakagiri,
Yes.
Commissioner Sample,
Yes.
Commissioner Domas,
Yes.
Commissioner Drick.
Yes.
Motion carried 8-0, 1 absent.
We're on to resolution 6.4. It's numbered 2025-09-125. It's a resolution authorizing a 30-day double fill of the EMS operations / project manager position at Emergency Medical Services. Can I get a motion?
So moved, Eaton.
Thank you. Commissioner Deaton has a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Nakagiri.
Commissioner Nakagiri has seconded it. Any discussion needed? Any questions or analysis? Comment? I'll close discussion, and this also, I believe, is a roll call vote. You may proceed.
Yes.
Commissioner Panovich,
Yes.
Commissioner Piani,
Yes.
Commissioner Deaton,
Yes.
Commissioner Nakagiri,
Yes.
Commissioner Sample,
Yes.
Commissioner Domas,
Yes.
Commissioner Drick.
Yes.
Carried 8-0, 1 absent.
We're now to item 6.5. It's numbered 2025-09-126. It's a resolution authorizing a housekeeping budget amendment for previously approved agreements for opioid settlement funding brought to us by Fiscal Services. Can I get a motion?
I move to approve the resolution.
Support, Eaton.
Sorry. Commissioner Fiani has moved and Commissioner Domas has seconded. Any need for discussion, analysis, questions, cross-examination, argument? Seeing none, we'll close discussion. We'll go to a roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Gross,
Yes.
Commissioner Panovich,
Yes.
Commissioner Piani,
Yes.
Commissioner Deaton,
Yes.
Commissioner Nakagiri,
Yes.
Commissioner Sample,
Yes.
Commissioner Domas,
Yes.
Commissioner Drick.
Yes.
Carried 8-0, 1 absent.
Item number 7, It's entitled Accounts Payable Reports. 7.1 reads Claims dated September 8, 2025. 7.2 reads Payables dated August 15th through August 28th, 2025. Can I get a motion on both 7.1 and 7.2?
So move Gross.
Support Deaton, pay the
Motion-
bills.
Motion by Commissioner Groves, support by Commissioner Deaton to do a combo of both 7.1 and 7.2. Any discussion? Voice vote, all those in favor kindly say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? I've heard 8 with 1 absent. It passes. We're on to number 8, call to the public, 2 minutes. Have you any cards, Natalie?
I do have one last card from Steve Williams, Marion Township.
Mr. Williams, come on up, make yourself comfortable when you're ready. Your time will start when you start talking.
Thank you very much again, commissioners. I'll be quick. I'll take no more than 2 minutes. How's that? So, I'll tell you some of the things that this guardian ad litem did accomplish. She recommended and got the judge to put a restriction on either party submitting motions without a bond. This is family court, and she didn't specify the bond or any particular. So, you can look for yourselves on the website. This is the Friend of the Court pamphlet. I printed it out. I counted 21 times. It tells anybody reading this that they have to file a motion, file a motion, file a motion, file a motion, file a motion. So now the court that I'm paying for has told me that we cannot file a motion because you have to post a bond. Now, what is that about? Meanwhile, the referee recommended child counseling. All right, so we started it. The other party did not. Each of us went through a session. I'm paying for it with my insurance because the other party does not have insurance, and I am paying for the insurance for my stepchild regardless of there is no obligation for me to do this, right? So I do it. And we do the session. The first one they tried to charge the insurance $441 to talk to my wife for an hour. I was substantially less, maybe because I talk faster, I don't know. But then this therapist bugged out and said, well, I'm busy, I'm not going to be able to do it. So this motion that I sent you guys today, and that I provide a copy to the clerk to put on record, is recommending another therapist. That means we have to start over again. And I have to pay again to go through initial counseling. The second thing is a psychiatrist. Now, in Macomb County, the other party was required twice to go see a psychiatrist, never did it. My wife filled out the paperwork. The psychiatrist said, this guy's not cooperating, so let's just drop it. The Algal recommended a psychiatrist, and then she realized after months that this psychiatrist was not qualified in her own words. And we have to start that again too. Thank you.
Anybody else in the room with a card? Seeing none. Anyone on Zoom, please raise your hand now if you wish to participate in the second call to the public.
I do not see any, Commissioner.
Nor do I. No hands. Call to the public number 2, item number 8 on the agenda is now closed. We'll go to number 9, commissioner comments. Seeing no hands, commissioner comments is closed. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So move Deaton.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Deaton, second by Commissioner Fiani. All those in favor, voice vote, kindly say aye.
Aye.
It is 8 with 1 absent. It passes. Thank you for your attention.